Today's drink is the Blue Motorcycle. The Blue Motorcycle is once again a Long Island iced tea variant. Recipe consists of 1.5 ounces vodka, 1.5 ounces tequila, 1.5 ounces rum, 1.5 ounces gin, 1.5 ounces of blue curacao, and a dash of sour mix. Mix over ice, splash of lemon lime soda, and garnish with a lemon wedge. And that is your Blue Motorcycle. As you can imagine, like the Long Island iced tea, like the infamous Tokyo tea, this one will put you on your butt in a hurry. You either need to be an advanced alcohol intake specialist or nurse this one, because it'll put you in a hurt real quick. I prefer the Tokyo variant myself, but the Blue Motorcycle version would not bother me a bit. I'm a fan of blue curacao. I like the color blue, and even though blue curacao doesn't really taste any different from any other type of triple sec, it does impart a nice color to the drink. As always, drink responsibly, and if you are of age and you like bright blue drinks, I highly recommend the Blue Motorcycle.
Welcome back to Cocktails and Crankshafts. It's your boy, the Fat Man, the Africanized Honeybee, the Killer Bee. We are at Exotics Racing today in Las Vegas. Well, not physically, literally, but the video is at Exotics Racing Las Vegas. The time is 2014. The car is a Nissan GTR, and we are about to do, I don't know, 5 laps, 7 laps. I forget. I'm getting old. I forget how many laps it is, but we're about to go out and do some laps at Exotics Racing Las Vegas in the Nissan GTR. So with me, as always, is my fabulous co-host, May Flowers. What up, May?
What's the deal, son?
Nothing, man. Out here waiting on my coronavirus vaccine. I shouldn't joke about that, but
I know, right? You know what's fun? The good news about all of this is that, research is hot right now. My inbox is blowing up. Do you need a job? You want to work on a hot new COVID project? We're looking people for a hot new COVID project. We're doing a hot new COVID project. I'm like, what?
I'm not getting any of those. Of course, I don't work in the biomedical field. That's probably why. But
it's a good time.
Everything I'm seeing is, layoffs. Consumer market is down. Layoffs coming. Great, wonderful.
We got some of that too, but all I do know is that when we're allowed to go back into the outside, I do believe Vegas might be one of the first places I hit up.
Well, my company is considered quote unquote essential, not so much because of my division, but because of our overall industry category. So of course we've been working the whole time, and actually some of our factories have converted to making PPE and some other things. It's actually been really cool. We got a lot of media attention over it. But for me,
cool.
it's literally business as usual working from home.
Yeah, same.
And whenever North Carolina lifts their shelter-in-place order, we will eventually work our way back into the office. But the factory has been running the whole time. They've been running under special circumstances, but they have been running. Anyway,
yeah, it's been same as usual for me, but even once they lift all of these stay-at-home orders, I'm hoping I can convince my higher-ups that we can just skip all that back in our office stuff. I don't like y'all anyway.
I actually signed a 60% work from home document as of February 1st. So I am authorized by my manager to work from home 3 days a week. I had not started doing it because some other things were contingent on that, like me selling my current abode, which did not happen because of COVID. So
right.
I didn't even bother trying to list it. I was like, nope, that ain't happening this year. We'll do that next summer. But let's go ahead and get in on this thing with this car. So I was in Vegas for a birthday bash. I went by myself because all my friends are married and their wives won't let them go to Las Vegas with me. Even though
Can you blame them?
I'm not the one that's going to get them in trouble. Get their own selves in trouble. I'm trying to keep all the honey for me. I ain't trying to share.
Hey.
If that man cheats on you, he didn't do it because I told him to.
True that.
But I have that reputation, so it is what it is. So I went to Vegas by myself, and I was there a week. But I was in grad school, so it was my first semester of grad school. So I had my books and my laptop, and I was still doing classwork every day. It was horrible. But I did enjoy myself. I had a lot of fun in the evenings when I wasn't doing schoolwork, but boy, working quote unquote vacation in Vegas was, but at least I didn't have work, so I was able to just knock out my academic assignments and then catch a nap or whatever, and then enjoy Vegas. So for that,
Okay, well, that's cool.
yeah, from that point of view, it worked. The school workload is not that bad when you don't have to spend 8 hours a day in the office doing office shit.
Right, that part.
Yeah, that said, let's get this show on the road. So this is when they were in the process of doing the renovations. You can see sort of like the temporary canopies there. And, there's no catch fence there. It's just barricades.
Well, looks like it's a nice day.
It's always a nice day in Las Vegas.
It's true.
I've been there like 5 times, and I've seen it rain once.
I was going to say, it doesn't feel a lot of raining.
And it didn't rain on us. It was raining off in the desert. I mean, we could see the cloud, and it was clearly raining, but that rain never got onto the strip where I was. I am so tentative here.
Yeah, it looks like you're...
well, I believe this is my first... Was this my very first one, or... Maybe the Ferrari was first and this was the second one. I don't even remember anymore, but I was still... Well, no, I hit 100 miles an hour, so this was... I think I did the Ferrari first and the GTR second. Whatever the case was, this was still my first time dealing with these high horsepower cars. Because at 530 horsepower, this is, at that moment in my life, the most powerful car I'd ever driven.
Yeah.
And even though I drive Nissans, I'd never driven this much Nissan.
That's a lot of Nissan.
I mean, at this point in my life, I had driven a bunch of 240SXs and one 300ZX. But not a 300ZX twin turbo even. So.
It's your first big touch of major power.
And honestly, this is my first high performance driving since like summer of 2009. So I had a 5-year layoff.
Yeah, so you took an extended break.
Consequences of living in the snow belt.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're going to make an effort to sort of really get back in? Now that you're back in the...
Now that I'm out of school, unless I get into this PhD program, yeah.
Out of school and got some time.
Speaking of which, that application was due the 31st of March. I actually submitted it the 31st of January, and I'm just waiting. I'm in limbo. My mom was like, "You hear anything back?" I was like, "Nope."
Yeah, I forgot
just in
all
limbo.
About it.
But I know there's a lot going on with these schools in terms of, even though it's an online program, there were 3 on-campus weekends required, and they've got a lot going on with, stranded students and all that crap. But if I don't get into this program, I think I might take a break from the academic stuff for a while.
Yeah, I just found about just last week, briefly, the PhD was really crossed my mind again, and I was like, man, I'm doing a new certification right now. Let me do the certification and let me get some proficiency in some other stuff. Like there's skills, and then maybe, but probably not. I don't know. I think I really am done with academia.
I'm on a Sunday driving this damn GTR. I'm not even going fast.
Even on the video, it doesn't look like you're going fast.
Well, again, there's a difference in between camera angles with the wide angle lens and the standard lens, but I mean, you can hear the tires squeal a little bit, so clearly I'm going sort of fast. But now part of it is that the GTR is very non-exciting. It's got the on-demand all-wheel drive, and it's got super electronic traction control and everything, so it doesn't make a lot of drama while it's making speed. I'm gonna fly by this people on their discovery lap though in the SUV. And that SUV ain't going slow. I mean, I'm over 100 now. Although I never quite get to 120.
could start releasing the brakes a little bit earlier.
Go, 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 go! More throttle!
Sound like a video game dude. Like,
See, this guy's very laid back, and that's probably why I'm driving so laid back. He's just just light brake here. Okay, as long as you maintain this pace, I won't have to say anything to you. You're doing fine. Just, you might even want to try third gear in this corner. He was very
right. Like he's talking to you like you out on a Sunday drive.
Yeah, and I mean that works for my personality type, but by the same token, he wasn't trying to push me to find the edge of the car.
Right.
And maybe he didn't have confidence I could find the edge of the car. And honestly, the problem I was having, I couldn't work the damn shifter. I was shifting up or down too much because my brain was still trying to figure out which paddle was which.
Gotcha. That makes sense. It's not a car you drive every day. It takes a minute.
No. Ooh, I'm used to the traditional 3-pedal, H pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, not really. On a racetrack, it's usually 2, 3, 4, 4 through 2, 2, 3, 4, 4 through 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. These cars, have 6 and 7 forward gears, and with that paddle, it's just a flick, and you will lose track real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like there's a big flashing light in front of you to tell you what gear you're in.
Right. Yeah, does it have it on like the dashboard, like the newer cars, where you can kind of see?
It is probably down there, but when you're driving, there's no time for that. You have to be looking. You have to be looking for your next cone, your next turn. Like I'm passing this Audi, but I'm already looking at the corner. Because by the time I get around the Audi, it's time to hit the brakes for the corner, and I'm offline. So now I got to get my brakes, get down to my apex. And now get back on my gas, track out, set up my next corner. So really, you're always driving the corner ahead of where you are. So on the long front straightaway, I'd have time to look down at a speedometer or gear indicator or something like that. But practically speaking, that's the time that I'm breathing.
Right. So you're just
because I'm probably holding my breath the rest of the way. It is white knuckle driving, especially this particular time because I was so nervous. I still had a lot of adrenaline from the Ferrari. I was wound pretty tight.
All over the place.
Yeah.
You're gonna buy this car?
No, I'm not buying one of these.
No. That would be a no for me, dog.
I don't have that kind of cash. We had one at the dealer when I went to buy the 350Z. There was a GTR parked at that dealership, but I didn't have that kind of bank.
Right. I mean, you could, but then you'd have to live in it, and that's a whole, there's no place to stretch out.
Not so much that. I think I could get a bank to loan me the money, especially after my dad died. I had enough that I could have put down a substantial down payment and finance the rest of it at a regular rate, but then I would still be living in a damn 2-bedroom duplex.
Exactly.
Instead of a 3-bedroom townhouse.
I mean,
but at least I own the 3-bedroom townhouse.
Exactly. Different.
It's different.
Cool, man.
So that was me in the Nissan GTR, even though I keep desperately wanting to call it a Skyline. I have to remind myself it is not a Skyline. It's just a GTR. As always, it was a lot of fun, and it is the appointed hour, so I've used up your time. Thank you for joining me, as always.
You're welcome, as per you.
Thank you for watching Cocktails and Crankshafts. If you enjoy my content, please like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to hit the bell icon, and we'll see you soon with new content.